All right, everybody, we'll get the meeting started. Thanks for your patience. I really appreciate you waiting. There was a little celebration before because this will be my last meeting and I will be retiring. So it's been my pleasure to be the commanding officer of the 2nd Precinct for the last almost 3 years. And so anyway, I hope I did a good job. And I don't know who's going to replace me. Hopefully, I'm sure he'll, whoever. Okay, if you say so.
An opinion.
Yeah, but I'm sure he'll be fantastic, whoever it is. Most of the people that have been on the job this long kind of know what they're doing. So it should be good, but thanks for the patience. I'm Kevin Williams. If you didn't see this slide, I'm the commanding officer of the precinct, and we'll just get right into the presentation. Okay, our index crimes year to date. We did not have any murders this year or last year, which is good. Our robbery statistics are down. We had 18 robberies in 2024, only 10 in 25. That's pretty good reduction, 44%. Assaults are up slightly. We had 77 last year. So far this year, 96. So we got a 24% increase there. Residential burglaries are down. We had 25 last year and only 10 this year. So we're down about 60%. That's another good number. Commercial burglaries are up slightly. Last year we had 23. This year we had 31. So a 34% increase. And then larcenies were higher last year at 1440 and this year at 1261, 12% decrease. And vehicle thefts last year were up 39 and 30 this year for a 23% decrease. This is our monthly index crimes. So comparing last month, November, to the previous month, October. Obviously, murder, nothing. Robberies, we had 2 in October and only 1 last month, so 50%, just 1 difference, really. October, we had 7 assaults, and November, we had 8, so up slightly. Residential burglaries, we were even at 1. Commercial burglaries, in October, we had 3. We didn't have any in November, which is good. And then larcenies, there was a slight increase in November from 119 in October to 127. And 1 vehicle theft in October and no vehicle thefts in November. So all in all, not too bad, the numbers. Okay, this was an assault. I spoke about it at the last community meeting. It occurred early in the month, so the meeting was after the 4th. Anyway, I just have an update here because the suspect was apprehended. This was a shooting that occurred outside the 612 convenience store. The victim was approached by the suspect who pulled out a handgun and shot him in the thigh, and he fled. The victim was treated at Huntington Hospital and treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The detectives did a really good job investigating this one, and they made an arrest on the 24th of November, and the person who committed this crime was in possession of a loaded, defaced firearm at the time of arrest. So this is a, yes. This is a real bad guy that we got off the street, and I give the detectives a lot of credit. They did a good job investigating that one.
Was he local? The bad guy?
Yes, that's yes. But he wasn't apprehended locally. Basically, he was hiding, so, but they found him. Okay, a robbery, this is another update because this robbery occurred on the 11th of November, 4:10 in the morning. The suspect entered the 7-Eleven. He was wearing all black and had a mask on. He displayed a rifle at the clerk, and he demanded cash, cigarettes, and lottery tickets. So the clerk complied with the suspect, and he fled in a dark SUV type vehicle. There were 3 other robberies the same night in different hamlets a little east of there. So this was like a pattern going on, and it was the same night. The detectives, the major case squad, took this because there were so many in a row in a short time frame, a couple hours apart. They knew it was the same guy from the video and by the weapon that was displayed, and they were able to arrest the suspect the next day, and he was charged with all of the robberies. So another great job by detectives, the major case guys. They do a bang-up job. They're really good. Thank you. Okay, this was, I reported on this one also in October. This was a robbery at a spa. So one of these foot spas, whatever you want to call it. So you could see the complainant reported 2 Asian males entered. They were armed with handguns. They put the female employees in the back room, and while they searched the location for cash, they got away with wallet, cell phone, 25 cash. And the update is our detectives did a bang-up investigation again and led to the arrest of the suspect on November 23rd. And he was wanted in connection with this robbery. So another good arrest, another bad guy off the street, good. This is concerning. This is a burglary in Dix Hills. We've had another one of these like a month or so ago. This is like a ring that comes out here, either from New Jersey, could be from the Bronx. They come into these more affluent neighborhoods looking for high-end cars. And so this is what happened on Wednesday the 26th, 2:40 in the morning. Complainant reported that 3 unknown suspects wearing masks pulled up in front of his house in a gray Honda with a New Jersey plate. They entered his Tahoe that was parked in his driveway. And just real quick, I always talk about locking your vehicles. The Tahoe was not locked. And they went into the Tahoe and they got a garage door opener, and that gave them access to the residence. So they rummaged around in a garage, and they were startled by something. I don't know, maybe the homeowner woke up, and they fled. And then they came back 2 minutes later and went back into the garage. So they're very brazen, this crew. And all they stole were these sneakers, these Yeezy sneakers. So that was all they took, but I believe they were trying to maybe get into the car that was parked in the garage. It might have been a high-end vehicle. And again, these rings come out here every once in a while. So my suggestion is to try and make sure everything's locked up tight when you go to sleep. These people go right into these houses. It's actually very scary. So luckily there hasn't been a confrontation where something bad can happen, but that's always a risk of this. So anyway, our detectives are investigating that. This was a reckless endangerment, which is basically when someone fires a weapon and somebody could be seriously injured. So this happened on Monday the 17th, November 17th. This is 5:30 in the afternoon on Armell Street in Huntington Station. Patrol officers responded to a report of gunshots fired on Armell Street. The officers discovered 5 shell casings in the street, 1 projectile in an exterior garage wall. The owners of the residence where the bullet was found refused to cooperate with detectives. So something's going on with, somebody has a beef, I guess, with these people who live here. Our detectives will continue to investigate this. It is a serious crime. And I put no shot spotter activation because it's actually outside the confines of where the shot spotter is set up. So that's why we didn't get an alert. And so we're still looking at this one. We'd like to get to the bottom of it, but without, I'll explain what ShotSpotter is later on in the presentation. If you haven't been here for one, I usually go over it. So I'll explain that, but you'll understand what it is. Anyway, that's that. So we hit the massage parlors on a regular basis. We get a lot of community complaints about these places, so we like to shut them down if we can. This is November 3rd. Obviously in response to community complaint, our investigative unit, in conjunction with the Town of Huntington Fire Marshal and the ordnance inspectors, we concluded an investigation into the seasonal natural spa located at 3 East Deer Park Road in Dix Hills. 2 employees were arrested. 1 was charged with 2 counts of unauthorized practice of a profession, which is a felony, and 2 counts of prostitution, a B misdemeanor. And the other employee was charged with unauthorized practice of a profession, The town of Huntington, the fire marshal and code enforcement inspectors issued a combination of 10 violations and is conducting a further investigation into this business. So we shut down another massage parlor, and we will keep doing that based on the complaints from the community. This was a search warrant that was executed by our narcotics detectives along with our second precinct detectives. This was on Wednesday the 19th, about 6:30 in the morning. We executed a search warrant on Roosevelt Street in East Northport. During the search, detectives recovered cocaine, oxycodone, drug paraphernalia, and a sawed-off shotgun. So this guy was dealing, I guess, out of this location, and he was arrested and charged with 4 felony drug counts and the weapon, and then 3 misdemeanor charges on top of that. SLA investigations for what people who haven't been to the meeting, State Liquor Authority, that's what the SLA is. Okay, they're an organization that basically they control any licensed premises that have liquor licenses. And on a regular basis, if we have problems at places, we're able to go in and inspect the licenses. If they're running an unruly premise, that's a violation of the SLA law. So in conjunction with them, this was on Friday, November 14th, about 10, almost 11 o'clock, in response to recent stabbing assault on 13th of October. Second Precinct Crime Section officers, in conjunction with New York State Liquor Authority, Town of Huntington Fire Marshal, Town of Huntington Ordnance Inspector, they conducted the SLA inspection at this La Hacienda restaurant. This has been a problem place for us for a while, so we've been hitting it on a regular basis. Anyway, during the inspection, patrons were observed in the basement drinking and gambling. There was gambling going on, illegal gambling, and the owner was arrested for disorderly premise, an unclassified misdemeanor in the alcohol, beverage, and control law, and he was issued a field appearance ticket. And then the fire marshal and Huntington Town Code issued 5 more combined building fire code violations to the owner. The SLA is going to conduct further investigation into this licensed premise. Another SLA that we hit, another problem place that we have, La Lajas Deli. This was on the 21st of November, about 11 o'clock. Our crime section officers, New York State Liquor Authority again, Town of Huntington Enforcement, and the fire marshal, they conducted the inspection at this place. Our officers arrested the manager and 2 males during the inspection. You can see the manager was charged with the ABC law disorderly premise, which is an unclassified misdemeanor. And 1 patron was charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance. That's a minor drug charge, a misdemeanor, cocaine. Another one was charged with criminal contempt second, an A misdemeanor. The State Liquor Authority is going to look farther into this. And then the town issued another 4 combined violations. Chris and Joe, thank you. Chris and Joe from the town back there, and they assist us on these investigations. I'd like to thank you for all the cooperation, for all the years that you've been working with us. Thank you. Larceny Patrol. I spoke about this last meeting. Every once in a while, the mall gets hit pretty hard with certain places getting, people are shoplifting out of the stores. So we work with the mall security best we can, and sometimes we'll try and set up a little sting thing where our officers, our CSU officers, was that your crew, Mike? Yeah, so Mike in the back, the guys with all the garb on, were able to have a day where they went in plain clothes into the mall, and we're kind of just looking for people who may, show signs that they're going to do some shoplifting. So anyway, if you see, we set it up at the mall. This was Black Friday, which was a good day for this. We conducted this larceny patrol, and officers observed 1 male acting suspiciously inside the mall, and they followed him through several stores. When he went into Saks, he stole his jacket. When he exited, the officers stopped him, and he was in possession of this Moose Knuckle Canada jacket, high-end jacket, I guess, $900. And they investigated further. They confirmed that it was stolen, and he was placed under arrest for petty larceny. And then some other officers observed 2 male juveniles inside Macy's. They were each carrying a backpack, and it looked like they were stealing stuff, so they followed them, and they stopped them. They found them to be in possession of a polo shirt, T-shirt. Macy's unfortunately declined to prosecute them because of the low value and that they were juveniles. So they got away with this one, but they got caught, so hopefully that was a deterrent for them. And that's it. Next one. Compliance checks, another thing we do on a regular basis. These vape shops, they sell to underage. They sell flavored vapes, which they're not supposed to. So we did this one on November 12th, our 2nd Precinct Investigative Unit, into the Huntington Village Vapes and Caniculture, located at 4 Elm Street in Huntington, about 2:19 p.m. Our officers, the town of Huntington again, and town fire marshal, we executed a search warrant here, and as a result of the operation, officers arrested the owner and 1 employee and seized 86 boxes of marijuana THC products. What else? Vape products and cash. So 1 employee was charged with criminal possession of cannabis, 3rd, Class A misdemeanor. The owner was charged with sale of cannabis without a license and unlawful sale of cannabis, a violation. The town issued 3 combined building and fire code violations and conducting further investigation. There's some pictures of some of the stuff that was seized. That's some of the flavored vapes, I believe. Could be some of the THC products there, and then that's the amount of all the stuff that was seized at this location. So, you know, my plainclothes guys do a great job in the precinct. They do these different inspections on a regular basis. Give them a lot of credit. You know, they're trying to suppress crime in the precinct, and they do a real good job. The site team is a highway patrol officers who come into the precinct on a monthly basis to assist us with traffic enforcement. So they come in and they write a lot of moving violations. So a couple of times a month, you could see the 13th of November, the 17th, and the 28th, they came into the precinct. They wrote a total of 61 summonses, 57 being moving violations, and 4 non-moving violations. And those are some of the locations that they were at when they were doing their enforcement. Seaman Neck, Jericho, Bagatelle, Vanderbilt. I got Bagatelle twice,
yeah.
but and then New York and Route 110. So I get a lot of complaints at these meetings, and people give me locations, and sometimes I will forward it to the highway guys to concentrate on that area for me. So when you come up with your complaints about traffic, sometimes we'll help, highway will help us besides our own traffic enforcement guys. This is a good stat to report. We didn't have any fatalities in November, so that's good, because we did have a couple last month. Now we'll get into the arrests. Felony arrests for November with 23, misdemeanor 98, assault-related arrests we had 9, gang-related, 2 gang members were arrested, both MS-13 for warrants. They had like a total of 13 warrants between the 2 of them. And then our anti-crime officers arrested 9 other, they had 9 other arrests that were not gang-related. And then drug-related arrests, we had 9, and DWIs, 16 for November. Total for around 146. This is domestic incidents that we respond to on a monthly basis. We went to 187 in November. 68 were deemed criminal, and so far 19 of the criminal ones resulted in arrests. That doesn't mean there might be more at arrest, but you know, these investigations take a little time. And then overdoses, we had 4 overdoses in November, 4 non-fatal overdoses, and the locations were Huntington, Dix Hills, Melville, and Fort Salonga. No fatalities, luckily. We had a total of like 35 Narcan saved so far this year, so our officers equipping Narcan, so they've saved some lives out there. They do a good job out there on a regular basis. I like to give them credit for it. ShotSpotter. So ShotSpotter, ma'am, you don't know what ShotSpotter is. So basically, around part of Huntington Station, there are acoustical receptors put up on buildings and poles, and they can detect gunshots. And when they pick up the gunshots, they basically kind of triangulate the location. And we have an app on the computer in the car, and it'll show us exactly where the location is. Pretty accurate too, within 10, 15 feet. And so there's an alert that goes off that gunshots were heard by these receptors, and it sends us to the locations. It's just in Huntington Station in a certain area, so the officers can respond there. And
These are all gunshots?
these were all, so, no. I'll get to it. So what happens here is sometimes we get things that seem to be gunshots or sound like gunshots. So sometimes they drop a dumpster on the ground, it's very loud, you probably heard it, or a dump truck with a big tailgate. Sometimes there's a lot of different things. Fireworks, sometimes there's false alarms. And all of these resulted, if you see there on the dates and the places, where I have in parentheses negative results, there was nothing was found by the officers, no shell casings, no victims. The one on the 4th was the assault, the shooting at the convenience store, the 612 convenience store.
Oh, right.
So that's why that was a positive. That's why it's up there. But that goes to show you that it works. So that's good. And then the other one was, I believe, fireworks and then construction. So different dates and times, and those are locations. I like to just post them so we have the system, and it's a nice tool for us to have. And basically we can, we get deployed to these locations. And so we got Skate with a Cop Christmas party. This is at the Dix Hills ice rink, and it's a real nice time. Do you have to sign up for this one?
Nope.
No, just show up, bring your grandkids, your kids, whatever, or yourself if you want to skate. And I think the guy in the beard will be there. And so come on down and skate. It's crowded every year. It's a real good time. I know you'll be there, and so it's a lot of fun. I will be there, but I won't be on ice skates because I don't ice skate. It would be funny to see me on ice skates, I can tell you that. Reminders, every month, just the same kind of, be safe, please, lock your keys, don't leave any valuables, especially now with the holiday coming up. People want to go to the mall, right? And a lot of times we'll get packages, and we'll put them in the car, and then I got to go to another store. It's not a good idea to do that because, people go into these parking lots just looking for cars with presents or gifts, whatever, stuff that you bought. So if you can put it in the trunk, if you have a trunk, if you got an SUV and you got one of those things that kind of covers it, that would be good, I don't recommend leaving, if you shop for everything and then go home and put it away, that'll be good. Lock your houses, put your videos on. A lot of times we get crimes in the neighborhoods, guys breaking into cars, going through driveways. If you have a Ring camera or any kind of camera and we can, maybe borrow that footage, sometimes we can get a lead off of that. So that's just a reminder. Gift cards. So I talk about scams every month. It's something it's just something that irks me really bad because they're scamming people on a regular basis out there. They target a lot of elderly people, and they either get them a pop-up on their computer. Sometimes they'll call you and state, I'm from your bank, and somehow they might know what bank you have, and they say there's a problem with your account, there's fraud activity, we need you to take the money out, and then we're going to fix it, and so, but we're going to come and we're going to pick the money up, we'll put it in another account. People, believe it or not, fall for this stuff, and I've seen like thousands and thousands of dollars taken from people. So if you get like a pop-up that on your computer, don't click on it. Again, if someone calls you saying he's from your bank, hang up, maybe call your bank back. If there's something to pop up that gives you a number, don't use that number, use the number that you have for your bank and say, did you guys just call me because they're telling me there's some kind of fraud? And then they'll be like, no, we don't do that, we didn't call you. So, and then they have, there's the one scam is big right now is the relative, your relative was arrested for a DUI or something, and they want you to post bail money, they're gonna come and pick it up. We don't do that, and they can actually spoof the numbers of the police department, so it's not always what it looks like. So I just want people to be aware. And if anyone asks for you to pay for anything in gift cards, that's a scam, okay? A lot of times they'll say, this is, you know, what is it, LIPA now, and you gotta pay your electric bill is overdue, and people panic and they go get gift cards and read us the numbers. It's a total scam, so don't fall for that, please. And the next meeting will be January 3rd at Harbor Fields Library. And thank you for everybody taking the time out to come out. Wish everybody a very happy holiday season. This will be my last meeting, and it's been it's been my pleasure to be the commanding officer of this precinct. And I know, thank you. You're in good hands with the police officers you have working here. I want to tell you that. It's very sacred. Thank you. Let's take questions. Questions? Everybody just came for cake? Okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I live on Soundview Road, just outside the village, and we have a lot of traffic that comes with the speed transit as a cut through. Is there a way to get on that site list?
She's writing it right now. We got it. We'll take care of it. Yes, absolutely.
Recorded before, but that's what I've been told, but we haven't seen any presence, so that.
Mike? The sergeant right behind you, he's in charge of it. He'll take care of it.
I just got one more hot,
Sure.
traffic
Good.
related.
Yep.
My name is Doug. My wife and I moved into the area
Oh, nice to
a
meet you.
little over a year ago, and we're very happy, and thank you for giving us presentation.
No problem.
Show up to the monthlies. All great, neighborhood's great. In the last couple of incidents though, we live off a side street, Old Country Road, just
Okay. Cut through, kind of, right? For the
speeding there.
buses, yeah.
All the speeding.
Bruce.
Yeah.
Okay. There's cars up on lawns. There was
Wow.
a month ago, I couldn't get into my street because a car was blocking the road.
Flipped over.
But it was upside down.
What street is it?
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we've had that complaint,
and
yeah.
I want to interject. I can't make a right turn off of Old Country Road onto Wintergreen Drive West. You can only go right when you're coming from west.
Okay,
I can't stop my car because everybody's on my back.
wow.
Everybody, nobody wants to even travel at 30, and I can't make a right turn at 30 miles an hour.
No, I
I certainly can't do it at 60. I've timed it. The slowest I can go is 12 miles an hour and make the turn and not get slammed from behind. I don't want to get slammed from behind.
Sure.
I want to stop my effing car.
Understood.
There should be a stop sign.
Yeah.
I've talked to the county. I've been to the police department. They were supposed to put police cars up. I was there a month ago when they were supposed to be meeting on November 3rd or
Yeah.
4th, but it wasn't. It was supposed to be the next day. So, but anyway, obviously I was there to try to make a complaint. I went to the
Okay.
police department, spoke to the people. I don't think anybody cared. They all told me, yeah, we'll put cars there, but you know, you're gonna get a speeding ticket. Your friends are gonna get speeding tickets.
No.
I don't care. Speeding ticket you live through.
Yeah.
It costs money, but you live. Even
Okay.
if you put a stop sign and people roll through it, they still live. People don't live when their cars roll over.
I understand.
People don't live when they're hit by a car. And what I'm telling you is when I try to slow down at 12 miles an hour, people are going behind me, around me, onto oncoming traffic. People are gonna die. Those numbers are not gonna stay so low.
Okay.
If you don't put police activity on that street, because there's a wonderful high school there, the Catholic high school.
Yeah.
The kids come April, there's a lot of activity. They're all excited. There's a window it's like very rural to the right. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. People think that because there's only 3 houses there, that they can pick up speed. At night, it's incredibly fast.
So-
You need to be aware. It's not just a little hot spot thing, whatever you do. You have to get out there.
Did we
And I
have-
will be here every month, very loud, until somebody starts paying attention to that stretch of Old Country Road. It's not safe.
Okay, I understand. Wintergreen? Yeah, we got it.
Wintergreen Drive West, and the other side is Dunford. I think it's Dunford.
Dunford.
Yeah. So,
Welcome.
I'm a deputy superintendent of highway, and I spoke to Casey a couple days ago about that area. So we spoke to Scott Spittle, who's at traffic transportation, and we're gonna be on it this week. We're gonna figure out how we
We're
can do
gonna
it.
see cars,
Huh?
because I've been asking, and
Well,
I went to the police
They're gonna
station,
figure out
if
what he can
anybody
do.
sees
He's gonna
cars.
contact the county and see what they can do.
He's
So
the,
that's why
he's the
me and
traffic
Mike
safety
talked about it.
director, Scott Spadal.
Told him already about it.
So he, if there's signage or something,
Good, I'm sorry to be so upset,
No.
but I just don't
it's
understand.
understandable.
Physically going to the police station
Sure.
and not seeing any cops there for a month.
Okay.
And honestly, trying to come to a meeting that was canceled twice. Because yesterday was canceled, I was here yesterday,
Oh.
it was canceled.
Oh,
It's on our community calendar that came. So I tried 2 times to follow your calendar.
good. Can you,
Check the library calendar.
You know,
Can you-
something,
can you
it
do
wasn't
it-
the library last.
do you do Instagram? Do you do Instagram?
I did, I went on Facebook to see if you guys made a change, because I'd been duped last month.
Are we on
So I
Fa-
specifically
we're on
looked
Facebook now?
yesterday.
No.
Instagram?
It's on the
That's
Instagram.
actually not our Facebook
It's
page.
like some
Oh.
random person made it.
Oh, that's not us?
It's not us.
No, but there was nothing on Facebook.
We have a Instagram.
So in other words, to find, like, when you, I wanted to laugh there, are you really doing the 3rd, or are you gonna do the 4th? I'm sorry,
I
it-
have to
it-
do
you
a
know.
community, can you go to this website?
But I went on the police website, in the morning
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
The police website said it was supposed to be yesterday. That's what I'm saying.
Last month it was the same.
Yeah, yeah, so,
We had to change it to tonight because the library couldn't accommodate us, so that's why the last minute. Well, we do,
So the Instagram is gonna be the most up-to-date thing.
Instagram.
They're on social media.
so I have to follow you
Not
on
social
Instagram.
media.
If you don't mind.
No, I will, I didn't know you would think to do that.
Yeah,
But
we have
it's
a
the most up-to-date.
We don't,
What?
Precinct level doesn't handle like the county page, so we give it to them in
Yeah.
January and we make the
It just,
updates.
it felt weird 2 times in a row.
Well,
And,
November
This
was,
is a hot topic for me, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
And then
we
you guys
had
keep taking the
posted,
meeting.
we posted in advance, but if
Yeah.
you're not at the meetings, like, then you wouldn't know, like, so last month we said to everybody that it was gonna be
Oh,
tonight.
so you knew last month that it was
Yes.
gonna be that
Yeah.
yesterday?
And you can't, I guess that's still a question, why can't it be updated on the police website then?
Yeah, at least on,
We don't have access to that. So if these messages are relayed, and what we can do is hope that it gets changed, but like you said, the most up-to-date.
yeah.
and-
Well, you know, as a new person to the community, it feels weird.
You said the
Yeah.
library?
It feels
Library
you
has
weird
it?
to be seeing you guys do
This library?
HuntingtonMatters.com, we run the neighborhood watch for the town of Huntington. We keep everything updated. We have a community.
What is it called?
Huntington Matters, MATTERS.com. We have a community calendar, so we have all the
Okay, I'm gonna
precinct
follow that.
meetings.
Again, I don't know about that.
Yeah, you could just check our community calendar and you
Okay.
can search it, and
Thanks,
you'll
Walter.
find the most up-to-date.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Inspector,
Yes?
I want to thank this lady for opening up a can of worms. You know, for 4 years before your
There's no
tenure,
website.
right, I have been fighting to get some police action on Earl Road and Earl Gate. Yes, over the years, there's been a few. They come and they sit, and it's all out of St. Anthony's. Don't run, Mr. Director, okay? I've written letters to the town requesting some action, right? I sent letters directly to the supervisor, to Mr., the superintendent of highways. Something can be done. I was promised they would come and at least paint lines,
Where?
stop lines,
Say it again?
Earl Road and Earl Gate, and the other end.
Okay.
It's the same problem, Walter, with the school traffic. It's
It's
mostly the
school
school traffic.
Secondly, put a speed hump, which you're permitted to do by law, on Earl Road. In fact, 2 of them. Not a speed bump, a speed hump,
What's the difference?
Fire department might say no to that one.
right? Well, it's highway, right? And then to get people out there, enough is enough,
Yeah,
right? You talk, we can't stop. I can't get out of my driveway at times.
yeah,
I got the garbage men, almost got hit the other day because people don't stop,
yeah.
okay? So, Inspector,
People
you know
drive,
I've been on it.
No, I know.
And now it really just
Yeah.
ticked me off, because the town, the same way. Yes, I love St. Anthony's, it's a great school.
Yeah.
My grandson went there, it's been there, but the problem is not the school, it's the parents, right? After school ends at 2:20, you got the kids coming down Earl Road, or up through Sunnywoods. You've got the teachers going.
It's been like that.
I know. Yeah, we've been there
And it's
before.
time to stop it.
Yes, it's been like, I graduated, a woman was Holy Family
Right.
back in the 70s. And
But it's worse now.
It's way worse now, yeah.
And you go there at school time, at the end of school, and the last count was 82 minibuses in the front, and I don't know how many large buses in the back. And they all leave at once. They block the roads. Then you have all the parents. Why send all these school buses when you don't need them, because the parents are picking up the kids? And they're all lined up on Pigeon Hill Road, right? Which is a safety thing. And back to the town. The town has the authority since the no
Your other
parking
shoulder.
signs-
Your other shoulder.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I'm talking to the town
Oh,
code
okay.
compliance.
Well, they
Okay.
they don't.
Town
Because the
didn't
no
respond
park-
to me, they didn't do anything when
The
I
no
called.
parking signs are town issue. It's by town ordinance. So the town compliance, and I think it's the park rangers are certified, peace officers, and they can enforce the law. If nothing else, ride by and chase the people. Somebody's gonna get hurt. We've had it before. That's why the cars can't park in St. Anthony's St. Elizabeth's Church, because 4 years ago, there were 3 accidents, 2 very serious accidents, with kids pulling out of their parking lot, and the parents went after the church. So the church said, tough luck, go park somewhere else. They park in our neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
Last week, I don't know who it was, I didn't catch his name, but one of the officers stopped to ask me, right, if I knew what car. Right, the kid with his black Bronco was parked on Earl Road, facing the wrong way on the side of my property. I'm on a corner. I don't know who it was, and I told him I didn't know, I know the car, because it's a speeder down the road. So, I throw it out there. It's time that everybody started to, whether it's you or you, sorry, Inspector.
No, it's,
You know what
I
I've been going
understand.
through. You know.
I understand the frustration.
Another
It's
mem-
been
yeah.
lucky. And now we have the St. Anthony's getting out, and you got the school buses, and they're running the stop signs, and I have video, and they turn around, and we have our schools dropping off kids, right, on Earl Road, little kids, right? And you got a school bus speeding down the road. And one of the big things is, Dr. Bernardo, town councilman, his big thing was safety when he was superintendent. Where is he now? He got a letter too. Everybody's gotten letters. I don't hide
Good
it,
for you.
right? And I'm not afraid to. Right? Enough is enough. And I'm not faulting the inspector or any of the other guys. Huntington's a big town.
Yeah,
You can't be every place.
yeah.
But all these years, I've never seen the site team on Earl Road.
Earl, yeah.
Maybe it's time we get a couple of days there.
Okay.
And write the school buses, they know who's, you know, I had my incident with a school bus and they came the next day, they were gonna arrest me, because I stopped the school bus.
So-
Are we listening?
Another resident in the area has suggested that there's supposed to be no left out of the St. Anthony's parking lot on Pigeon Hill,
Oh, okay.
because it's a double yellow.
Oh.
So putting signs up there and changing the timing of the light at Pigeon Hill, at the 5-way intersection,
Sure.
because it gets really congested during the mornings when, drop off
Those are-
and then when school gets out. So make the lights
Yeah, cycle,
move
yeah.
faster so that the traffic goes, so that maybe people aren't doing this craziness.
It's good points, yeah.
Yeah, Angela.
Yeah, oh, Angela mentioned, yeah, okay. Yes, sir.
Even when what they'll do with the school buses at St. Anthony's, one will pull out and block traffic, so the rest of them can come out. Then they come
Oh.
down and they'll cross over Old Country. They block Old Country Road.
That's when it's slow, at least. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's a big problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Middleville?
Melville.
Oh, Melville. Oh, yeah, yeah.
What could be done about these cars at nighttime, especially at
Yeah.
nighttime, backfires?
Yeah. Other than, an officer seeing it,
Right.
that's pretty much it. We have to kind of witness it to issue summonses. Some officers there, yeah. What time are we talking?
Like, as soon as it gets dark.
Oh, as soon as it gets dark?
As soon as it
Okay,
gets dark,
yeah.
They're on Jericho and Melville
Melville.
popping, like, I'm sure if it wouldn't have the shot spotter, probably set it off.
It could have, yeah.
But, I was just thinking if you can get maybe young Mark to just sit at the Enterprise.
Could do it.
That's on the corner.
They listen, they got it.
Or just take, you know, take notes of what time or what's happening there and.
Okay. After these meetings, just so you know, I compile all this information, and it goes to the sergeant who does the enforcement and all the other officers who cover those areas, and then they get specific information on these complaints, so it doesn't fall on deaf ears. I know we've been on Evergreen, was it Wintergreen?
Wintergreen Drive West.
We've been there before, right, Mike? Yeah, okay.
It's not bad,
Yeah.
it's all country road, that's the problem.
Okay, well, I know,
Yeah.
and you're not the only person from that neighborhood who's complained about it, so he gets updates from me on a regular basis. And they go down there and they do the stop signs or whatever, but sounds like a different problem, so
It's
we'll
try-
we'll
try
have
to
them,
make a right turn
Well,
onto that street.
we'll have them look at
Well,
it.
I mean, obviously in a police car, you're not gonna have the problem because they see you.
I'll
Yeah.
lend you the keys to my car.
No, we have unmarked vehicles, we have unmarked, we could do it in an unmarked vehicle too.
Really?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Because I'll drop off my Mercedes keys for you. You can play with it all week.
Can I just clarify, I'm not faulting.
It's okay. Listen, I get the frustration.
There's only so many hours in a day,
Yeah,
you know, and I know they've been there, they've seen it.
No, they
they've
haven't.
stopped them, right? We kid about it.
yeah,
In fact, about an hour ago, we had,
yeah. It's fine. I understand the frustration, and whatever I can do, I will try. You know, these guys, like you said, we try to get to all these places where we actually get community complaints, and then, you know, on top of that, they'll do whatever. But this will be a priority for next month because you've been here and you made it known.
I do want you to know that what I experience becomes road rage for the people behind me.
I'm sure it does,
And
yeah.
I don't want to be
Which-
the activist of somebody else's
Yeah,
road rage.
no, it's, people just drive with total disregard for other motorists. There's really, just people aren't courteous anymore.
Yeah.
It's sad, but that's really what society has unfortunately become. You got a question?
over here.
Here,
Yes, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
so I have a concern about, I have a ring, and the
Ring camera.
neighborhood, community, you know, posts, video.
Oh, yeah, I've
these-
seen it.
These
What's going on?
intruders coming into people's driveways and
Mhm.
checking out to see if the car is unlocked.
Open, yeah.
Very brazen. It seems to be very rampant.
Can you let us know when you get an update on that?
Okay,
Just call us and so we know what's going on in whatever neighborhood that is.
okay.
And if you have any video, we'd love to see it. But yeah, that we, sometimes people will notify us that, you know, there've been several thefts in a neighborhood. And, you know, these guys, they just go from neighborhood to neighborhood. But it's nice if we know about it. This way we can direct people to be there. And it's mostly late at night, so it's not a hard thing for us.
2:30,
In the morning,
4 o'clock
yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah. It happens everywhere, but it's nice if we actually know about it. This way I can tell whatever lieutenant's working at night, make sure you get a car over in this neighborhood. We've been having car thefts out of there. It's very common, but yes, we'd love to know about it.
It's scary.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you came to let me know, so that's good. What's the location?
I'm on Lindsay Street. I'm actually 4 blocks from Precinct. But it's been in the surrounding area, very close to me, 4/10 of a mile,
Okay.
Elwood, South Huntington.
Catalytic converters have been on an uptick recently too.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, I
Again.
know, we're back to that again.
Again,
So, yeah, like a month
Where
ago.
are they getting rid of them?
That's a good question because a lot.
Nobody
yeah.
takes them
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think they're going, you know, maybe,
out of state.
yeah, could be. But they've been coming over here and we were lucky for quite a while. We didn't get hit here in a second, but then we got hit hard one night where they got like 5 or 6 of them. And so anyway, just, if you have cameras, please set them because any kind of lead we could get, we'd love to be able to catch these guys. So just be aware. Go ahead.
So, you know, this might be something you may not want to suggest or tell us, but on a particular shift, you know, maybe how many police cars do you actually have out on the road? You know, there's always almost 200,000 residents in the town of Huntington.
Sure.
You know, how many of them are out almost every day?
So during
One of those hours of, you know, highest traffic, is it like 3 to 7? You know, they seem like they don't want to take the Northern State maybe because there's traffic, so the back road is Old Country Road. Or Jericho Turnpike if they, you know, choose to use that. You know, Jericho Turnpike is, I believe, one of the most dangerous roads in the state of New York. So, situation now, I don't know, if people are using it as a shortcut, it's just volume of traffic, and this is at Oakwood Road, and there's a school, about a mile or so up north, called, I think, is it Stimson?
Stimson, yep, yep.
So, and at 3 o'clock-ish, I mean, that road going north is all backed up. So, hey, one day, I see there's a security guard or a crossing guard, and I'll try to keep it another 2 minutes here. And he's unfortunately the only one on this corner. He's told me that sometimes he has a secondary person. And it's all marked out with, you know, walk north and south and then go east and west, north of Jericho Turnpike. But he's decided that since he's the only one, and, you know, I don't think this is a good precedent to set, but he's actually jaywalking the kids from one corner to the other. Maybe he's a new guy, maybe he didn't get the training. You know, there's dedicated crosswalk, no disrespect, you know, but, you know, he should, and I kind of told, you know, he should use those crosswalks, you know, set the example for the kids. You know, sadly, you know, he tries to do that maybe now, or he looked at it from a different perspective, whatnot. But that's a pretty dangerous area over there. You know, it's all, there's too much traffic, but
There's a lot of traffic, yeah.
we were allowing this concept of, oh, let's build some more housing, let's, you know, and I mean, it's up to us to vote on it to some degree, but, you know, how much is enough? How much land do we have to cut down and destroy? You know, for the animals that live, you know, deer and birds and such, for more housing, and how congested, you know, does the town of Huntington have to get? I mean, it's a pretty safe town, thank God. You know, compared to other precincts and such, I don't know, Babylon, you know, Patchogue and such, other places around on Long Island. Less dense, I mean, I was up Southampton yesterday, Sag Harbor, beautiful open land. Corn is still growing out east. You know, there's this talk now of this apple orchard that's on Jericho Turnpike again, and demolishing half of it so they can build 50 houses. So, you know, it's up to us to try to curtail some of this. You can't just rely on the police. I mean, their hands are somewhat tied. They're somewhere else. They can't be over here or there.
Yeah, no, well, you know, listen,
Stop it. I mean, it's very, they gotta do traffic studies for humps, stop
Sure.
signs, traffic lights, you know, and until enough people die, I mean, did they ever fix the situation that was out east, the county, with that limousine, where 4 girls, I think, from Northport died?
they definitely passed a lot of laws regarding limousines after that. They did.
Well, that was
So,
some of that, but
yeah.
the road condition, did they ever fix, but, you know,
Yeah.
it's, I'm not asking you to answer that question.
Sure.
You know, and it was common practice, but, you know, how many more people,
Well, I can tell you that every one of the school crossing guards are trained before they're on the post, so, but that particular one, I might have to look at and talk to the school crossing guard supervisor and mention something, because if he's not crossing correctly, that's dangerous. We gotta take care of it.
him in trouble.
No, we're just, well, but I'm glad you mentioned it, because, you know, you're talking about kids crossing the street. That's something to be concerned about.
And how many cars do you have patrolling?
Patrolling, so 22 sectors during the day and the evening, and then a couple less, 2 less at night, so 20. And then we have these other units that, you know, our CSU units are out there. So anywhere between, I guess, 22 and maybe 20 or 30 cars on a regular shift, something like that. But, you know,
Good,
these
yeah.
roads were designed many, many years ago, and they can't really handle the volume. Like, I understand what you're saying, and that is part of the problem too. So,
Do they ever just, like, spend a week or so parked in a certain spot to like, let people know that they're there? Because
Well-
if you drive by and somebody misses you, they don't know you're out. But if you stay in one spot.
it's a problem because we do go to the places, like I said, that you're bringing up, and we'll go there and go there a day or two, and then we got to go to the next resident's place to address their problem. It's like we can't be there, you know, every day,
I
but
don't know why, but where we lived prior, we lived in Jericho, I would
Yeah.
often see police cars, and I know they were empties,
yeah.
but they were
They
there
do that.
nonetheless.
They do that sometimes,
And-
yeah,
and,
as a
you know,
deterrent.
I think that does cause people to hit the brakes a little bit. Nobody
Mhm.
wants a ticket.
Yeah, no,
So, and you know, if you don't have the police, at least put the car there.
not a bad idea.
In reference to what that gentleman was saying about how many police cars you have out patrolling.
Yeah,
So I just want to commend you because I'm graduating from the civilian academy. in a couple of weeks.
Yay,
Yeah.
good for you. All right. Yeah, we did it, yeah.
I can tell you that it was a real eye-opener for me, and the reason being is because I went on my ride along with the second precinct,
Yeah.
thank you, everyone, and the officer that I was with, I was with him, I would say, from like 9 o'clock to probably noon, and in that time period, this is one officer, remind yourself, this is one officer, and everything that he had to cover within that time. In a split second, we went from one scene at a nursing home, and then it was to the senior center, then we were at the homeless. I mean, he must have handled at least 6 or 7 calls on his own, and here's a computer in the car, and he's literally on this computer having to sit and file everything, and, you know, and I'm thinking to myself, I go, you know, you're thinking like, where are all these police officers? They're all out doing their job and looking out for you and saving lives. That's what they're doing. They're not sitting, you know, I think everybody has this misconception of a police officer, right? Everybody's like, oh, where's the police officer? Oh, they're at Dunkin' Donuts, oh, you know, whatever, right? Typical. But after spending that time with all of these classes, listen,
Yeah.
all of them.
Clap for them.
How many calls a
Let-
day
Wait, let
roughly
me
do you
just,
have?
I want to comment on the Civilian Academy
Yes, I
because
love it.
it's a wonderful program, and if you have the time to do it, I would recommend doing it, because everybody who's done it has rave reviews. I would ask the deputy inspector to maybe speak about this, because he ran the police academy, and he ran this course, so would you like to add
You
a
have
little?
to come here.
And I
Come here.
graduate next week.
Yeah, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Stand near him, yeah.
Yeah, the Civilian Academy program is a great program. We run it 2 times a year now. It used to just be 1 time a year, but it was so popular, and people such as yourself were coming out of it with such positive experiences. So with legislative approval, I believe, and funding, because it does cost some money, because it's something that happens at night, we have 2 a year. There's 16 weeks each, and during that time period, you will get a look-see at the department, from what it takes in the applicant investigation process, the recruit training process, the training that the officers go through communications and de-escalation, the use of force, active shooter training, hate crimes training, ride-alongs, and then some more. EVOC, you go to firearms, and you learn about, firearms training simulator. Did you do that? Where you are put into scenarios and situations with, like a $300,000 tri-screen now that the department purchased, Very real world, real life situations, split second decision when you have no real threat against you, and you have all that stress, auditory exclusion, tunnel vision, and you know there's someone who's holding a baby on a bridge. You might have even had that scenario. That's a pop. You guys both had that one.
I didn't, I had
Yeah.
the, I had the
What's
old
that,
one.
baby on a counter? Yes, yeah. So, yeah, you can go on the Citizens Academy alumni website, and you can fill out an application there.
What do they do once they graduate? What's the plan for them?
The plan is, and you'll be perfect for it, I'm
You
gonna have
would.
both of you.
Yeah, big time.
As new residents to Suffolk County, I think
Big
this
time.
would be a great program for you to
Yeah.
learn about this police department compared to Nassau. Because I can tell you that Nassau County Police Agencies, they send a lot of their candidates, their recruits to the Suffolk County Academy, just so you know that. Not the Nassau County Police team, but some of the small departments. So what is the plan? The plan is to get people to become educated about the police department, a little bit of our policies, our procedures, what our officers go through, some of the things that you referenced. Come away with it, and in a perfect world, do exactly what happened tonight. Be an ambassador for us, and say, hey, wait a second, this is what our officers are doing. A car stop takes this amount of entries. This call takes this amount of. You spent, what'd you say, 3 hours?
I'll be, well, you know what, he was kind enough to keep me longer. He liked me. You know, I even said to him, I said, do you think I could stay a little bit longer? And he said, okay. And just as we were heading back, the one call that we had, we got called back again. Because just as we were leaving, I said to him,
Sometimes that
how
happens,
much
yep.
you make a bet that you're gonna go back there? And he said, let's see. And sure enough, we're on our way down Park Avenue, and boom, right away, he's like, I gotta go back again, so.
And let me ask you, what happened on the return on that call?
Because it was a gentleman who was, he had, I don't even know how many warrants out, okay? And what happened, he went to the nursing home to pretty much physically assault his mother. He wanted money for drugs. So he went into the nursing home looking for her and
Oh my
found her.
gosh.
And they must have, you know, they called. And then he was escorted out. And I think, you know, the question was, how did you get here? And he made up all kinds of excuses. And being that they didn't find anything on him, obviously, it was kind of like, what do you do, right? You have to release. And then sure enough, he swore he was leaving.
Sure.
His friend was coming. Next thing you know, he's back in again, looking for going back to his mother for money.
Usually we drive them to Jericho.
Yeah.
You can laugh at that.
Yeah.
Put them in the St. Paul's Church, they have an empty police car, you should stick them in there.
There you go.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for, you know, we're going through the program, being so supportive, but definitely something to consider.
You wanna call?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Lizzie
Yeah.
from Steve Stern's office.
Yes,
And
yes.
He wanted to be here tonight, he had to go up to Albany for their pre-session conference, but just wanted to say thank you from the entire office. It's just, I've been here since 2023.
Okay.
One of my first days at work was coming to one of these meetings.
Well, thanks.
so
Yeah, I
your
know.
Leadership is just.
Thanks, Steve, for me, and I understand.
Thank you from us, from
Great.
Debbie, from Steve, from Justin.
Oh, Debbie, yeah, she's great. Debbie Harris, yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's been my pleasure, really. It has. Thank you. All right, I guess we can wrap it up. Oh, you got a question? I'm sorry.
One last one. Yeah, I've been a resident of the town here for, gosh, I hate to say it, a little over 3 decades, a long time. I've also been a member of the Northeast Newport Drug and Alcohol Task Force. We work with kids and parents against drug abuse, and we've had a lot of experience with the second precinct here. Myself personally, my friends, my neighbors, from every one of us, from this professional organization I belong to my personal residents, we love you guys. You guys have been fantastic. I know a lot of people across Long Island. I brag about you guys big time because we're proud that you guys serve us the way that you do. And I want to thank you all again. And Kevin,
Thanks,
I know
Scott.
you're gone. You'll be missed, but I'm sure it'll be just as terrific as we go on. And thank you guys
It
for
will.
everything that you do. You've been
Great.
terrific.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? You good? Last one.
So as I started my question, you didn't have to tell me how many cars.
That's
were
okay.
out there, right? So
It's not a
I'm
secret.
just trying to suggest that there's a lot more drivers out there than there were 5 years, 10 years ago.
Agree.
Again, the developments that town. There's more and more cars. There's more and more people that are impatient. There are more and more people now texting on a phone call, in the car, not focusing on what they have in front of them and behind them, inside that car. And,
Yeah, it's dangerous, I agree.
one, we gotta try to fix that. I mean, one less person texting on a car, that could be one less accident, one less severe or fatal accident. So, I thank you very much for listening, when I've asked questions and such, and,
You're welcome.
you've been pretty kind to me, thank you.
You're welcome.
Officers, a few of them may even have been at my house where I live, helping me on a situation of my father more recently in August, and my mom back in December of 2023. I mean, it is what it was and such, and, you know, thankfully life moves on.
Okay.
Town of Huntington is getting too expensive for me, and there's too many people, so, I don't know, maybe I'll find a little plot of farmland out east somewhere, or upstate New York.
Okay. There's always options, right?
Enjoy your retirement. Yeah, I don't know if I can.
Thank you.
Kentucky sounds good.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for coming, everybody. It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Inspector.
Thank you.